So at the moment we have myself, Dragon, and Lunar Wolf, and we're both crowded around one computer and one microphone. So you may or may not be able to hear both of us. Not that Wolf has spoken yet, because that would be helpful.
I'm busy eating jelly babies. Priorities.
Hey, you're the one that stuck jelly babies in your mouth at the wrong moment. That's not my problem.
There is no wrong moment to be eating a jelly baby.
Really? Uh-huh. See what I have to deal with here? Also, I only have one screen, so I am going to be jumping back and forth between the game and then having to check chat on my phone. So this could be interesting, and I'm sorry if I'm slow at replying. Though I'll probably still reply faster than Nikoli does. Anyway, let's begin. Lost at Sea, 1803, the good ship Obra Dinn. It's a very strange name for a London-built ship. Fair enough. Also, you're going to get completely random observations like that from time to time, because I trained and was a professional archaeologist. Attention, Chief Inspector, Insurance and Claims. The Obra Dinn has returned. Dispatch to Falmouth immediately and prepare a full assessment. Honourable East India Company. You can't see my expression, but Honourable East India Company? I don't think so.
Company man woke me up.
Yes, that's his job.
Buried to the Obra Dinn. Not many eager for that job. Seems a bit late if you ask.
I didn't.
What's in the box?
I don't know. I'll hoist it up in a few minutes.
Hey! How?
Carefully.
I like this other voice. The nice sarcastic comments are pretty much what I would say as well. Ooh.
This is an interesting
How
perspective.
So I can change where I'm looking.
Here we have the first thing in every puzzle game. What are the controls?
How the hell do I can look around, but I don't seem to be moving. Aha, okay.
There was a handhold hiding there all along.
There was, but I couldn't get it to go towards it. I think we go that way.
It looks very well rendered. I suspect there'll be a
nice.
lot to see at that end, so we might want to look at the other end first.
You can change the colour scheme in the escape options if any other old gaming style suits.
I think we're probably fine with white on black.
White on really dull, dark, nasty, greyish, brown, ill colour.
Pretty sure the other colour options are going to be green on black. It's traditional. Okay. Keyboard controls for movement.
That's going to be your problem then.
Yep. Mouse for looking around. Teamwork. The question is, can you interact with anything?
I'm not seeing any interaction points here. Although there Could quite possibly be. Apparently, at the moment, I'm assuming that's our colour scheme, is Macintosh.
Yep.
Wonder if we could ring the bell.
It feels like you should be able to.
Yeah, but we don't have a hand reaching out, so
It's true.
I don't think we can.
Yep.
Let's go the other way. Go back up this way and we'll see what we can...
Roger that.
Oh, go to the front of this.
There is a glow point. Pan back up. Okay, the glow point is actually on the water line.
Okay.
It doesn't appear to be anything that we can reach, so
Not
we shall
from
assume
here.
it's a light.
Yeah.
Would seem to be appropriate.
I'm not seeing handles.
And those look handily, but let's have a look up the. Oop, there we go.
We can coordinate.
Coordinating direction is difficult when there are two different ways of controlling it.
Yep.
Let's just rule out anything interesting to see up here at the minute.
The light is closer up here, I think.
Possibly a little.
It's too heavy!
Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Need to go back down and see about getting our box. You mean it's too heavy? No, I don't know either. There's a handle on here.
It's too heavy! Lift it yourself!
Yeah, on my phone screen it looks like white on black, but
It's too heavy. Take it yourself or open it.
on the computer screen it's grim. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Okay.
We have a book.
A catalogue of adventure and tragedy, 1807. I trust that you now found yourself aboard the Obra Dinn. I expected this day to come, and my every intention was to tell the ship's strange tale within the pages of this book. Regrettably, failing health has allowed me to only produce the basic outline that follows. Your presence on the Obra Dinn is critical. I leave the discovery of its fate and the completion of the book in your hands. Well, that seems like a dick move. The next few pages will seem bewildering at first. All will make sense in time. Maybe. Use the pocket watch to determine the identity and fate of everyone aboard. Complete each chapter accurately and return the book by guaranteed post to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. The bargain chapter will remain unknown to you. I possess the details within, but have elected to keep them private for now.
I see. Well, Mr. Evans, you are a cad and a bounder. Whoever Henry Evans is.
Next, please.
I'm just looking at what's visible. Yeah. The signature of Henry Evans is not visible because it's behind the chat. But we can see it.
Okay. So presumably we'll start with the journey.
I would assume so. Let's just see. Yep.
The journey, the Atlantic leg of the Far East route. Going down to Madeira.
Yep, Madeira and the Azores are the calling points.
I think it's only Madeira. It's got the straight line.
Yeah. The Azores would be a
The Azores are
diversion
just
point.
there.
Yep. The ship, a crude layout thereof.
Which is not exactly easy to read.
It's bizarrely slightly nicer to read as a Twitch image on a
On the
mobile
app.
phone screen than it is to read on the actual computer.
Yeah.
The crew, a list of, including some passengers. From Formosa, no less.
Mm. Indian, Sweden,
A
British, Welsh, Irish.
Polyglot crew, even.
Scottish, Chinese, Persian. Sketch of life.
It doesn't look like they're working very hard in these stretches of life.
You click. Oh, you can click on these to interact. Nah, it's so much easier to read like that as well. Oh my goodness, there's a lot more people. Are there, or is that just? I see.
Yep, so that is what we need to fill in.
Yep.
Okay, can you not mouse? Let's see.
Okay.
So you can drive it all with Gboard, but it is easier to do with the mouse.
Interesting.
There's a few different cargo areas. 4 full decks. We shall see.
Wait, go onto the map. Click on the map.
You'll need to click the map.
Okay.
So the Atlantic leg does indeed run all the way down to the Cape.
The Cape. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what they were actually doing. Gambling is what they were doing. Oh, it's Formosan royalty, apparently.
Yep.
That's interesting. Guard. That'll be the crew.
Yep. And some of the other passengers, potentially. The ladies in the back.
Yeah.
It's nice that the zoom on these faces is not CSI level of...
Suddenly there is perfect amounts of detail. Oh. Well, that's a bit... Really?
That's
Unusual.
yeah. That's very, very much a different way of doing that.
That I am severely unconvinced by, but okay.
Yeah. I think that might be a little bit of historical license. No doubt we'll need to work out who that person was from the
Yes.
manifest.
No.
And there are
Particular
initials
clues.
down here of ES. So that's interesting. If we go back to the manifest, Do we have an ES presented here? Faster for you to scroll. Edward Spratt, artist.
Okay.
And the ship's artist, no less.
Maybe not. His name is right between the some of the crew and the passengers.
He would be crew if he isn't listed as a passenger, I would expect. We shall see.
It's a large crew.
It is 4 full decks.
It's true. Okay.
Okay, so let's see what else we've got.
Oh, it's blurry for now. That changes in time. That's useful. We're probably going to need to be able to work out who is who in the pictures at some point, I would imagine. Okay. So all of this is blank. And I guess it's time to put the book away and go explore.
Yep. So, loose charger it is.
Yes, it's all blank. We need to go exploring.
I'm very confused by the behaviour. Ah, okay.
Okay, all
That's
of it.
why escape wasn't giving me anything useful.
Murder. The calling.
Unholy captives. Soldiers of the sea. Yeah, so some of these call out specific areas we'll need to look at to see each of the areas. An escape and an end. Okay. And hiding right at the end, it tells us how to get back to the book, which is useful. Memento mortem. I see. We shall certainly be remembering death. That might be us.
Do we still need to take that case up with us though?
No, we've just taken all the stuff out of it.
Okay.
So there's no longer a grab handle on it.
Yeah. That one.
You need to click to interact. Okay, so can zip back to the contents, and we are starting with a loose cargo which has absolutely no helpful indications, but we are certainly going to need to go below deck.
Yep.
So let's find our passageway down. It should be here. By the look of that. Oh, there's a corpse. How did we miss that the first time out?
Because I don't think it was there.
break it down and take more than those shells. You bastards may take exactly what I give you.
Well, that sounds like it was one of the Scots that got shot.
By the captain, no less.
The captain has that right. If there was a valid reason.
Okay, so there are a couple of them there. What's in the captain's cabin that he's so anxious to preserve? We can't get in behind him to find out.
There's lots of things that have handles.
And an overturned table, so there will be something for us to do there later. Oh, and we only have a certain amount of time, or possibly until we've seen all the things. We shall find out.
Three others present.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, that's fair enough. I see.
Let's see if we can get past him now.
No. Did we miss anything in here? I don't think so. It's a very... I assume there's nothing we can interact with there. There's
Doesn't
no
seem to
hands,
be.
so... Okay. Can we interact with the cabin on the right? No. That door is not interested. That's fine. And there's a mystical doorway there for us to leave the memory. So we can see this guy, one guy getting shot, one guy adjacent.
Let's go and try these doors.
No. No.
Up the stairs?
Up the stairs.
I want to do the stairs.
No, I want you to turn so we can get the stairs. There we go.
Another person.
This is the third person present, presumably.
With a
Knife
Knife.
between his teeth.
oh, well that's broken now. That was all in one piece.
Yep. A cage
the
hanging
cage
over the
is-
side
Which was down on the lower, on the
on the main deck.
yeah,
Yep.
empty cage.
Yep. And the rope coiled.
I mean, I'd expect there to be lots of rope on a ship of this era. I wouldn't expect it to just be coiled up and abandoned on deck.
No, nor would I expect there to be rope lying around like there was in the centre of it.
It's very odd.
I don't think there's anything else for us to interact with.
Go around to the other side of this and see if we can.
Yep. I don't think we
Is there
can.
any way to interact with this yet? No. I don't think we've missed anything.
There's a suggestion from Nikoli about how the controls work.
Holding a mouse button while looking at someone.
Let's go to the guy on the stairs, because he's furthest away from everything else we care about. No, I don't think there's anything to see there.
Step forward.
No,
It might work,
but there's.
not on these ones.
I think it did something when we got to when we were at the cage. So no, nope. Doesn't appear to behave like that. But that's fair enough. There might not be anything to see here.
Or at least there might not be any answers here.
Let's have a look at these folk downstairs and see if we can see anything of them from here. Oh, we did
I
at
can
least
zoom
get
in.
an interaction. That's something.
Okay, so right button can zoom in.
Oh.
Ah,
There we go.
that one. Okay.
Okay, so we can identify people from the pictures based on
Okay, yeah.
zooming
I can
into them. That's,
actually see that one
Yep.
matching. I was using the wrong mouse button apparently.
that's fair enough. Yep.
Okay.
So he's in the celebration, the photo with the dancing. Oh, what's this on the floor here in front of us? It's a marlin spike of something similar.
Yeah.
Nothing we can do with it, but it's interesting to see it there.
It's good that we know how to zoom in now.
Yep. Let's see. Can we nip between the bulkheads? No, that's the open cabin door.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, let's go and look at the shooter, which should be the captain, I
Yep.
assume. Presumably the one in the captain's hat. Yep.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Okay. So we have an idea of who a bunch of these people are. Let's see how this maps up to the sketches. Do we now
Well,
have?
we now know the captain.
Yep, we now have better information about the people directly involved here. Yep.
Yep.
We can infer he's the captain, but we don't have a
And
demonstration of it.
This one.
I think it might have been one of the other shooters, since his.
No, I think it was that one of the shooters, and it was him.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Yeah, and those have not yet
Yep,
fully
so
resolved.
then click on others. It doesn't
Yep.
say where, what chapter they're in. And it was who's the other one?
Was it him? No. Don't remember. We'll work it out.
Nope. Can't click on that one at all because you can't see the face.
That's
So, yeah,
reasonable.
so those two. Okay. That's fine.
Yep. Okay.
I'm assuming we still can't really go past him.
No, we don't appear to be able to go past him. Yeah. And although that lets us zoom, we can't interact with anything.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Is that everything from this memory? What's he holding?
He's got an axe.
Ah. So that's
We
that
can
one.
we can see the axe from a different angle.
Oh, what's the first mate?
Aha.
Or
Yep.
who I'm assuming is first mate.
Yep.
So that's the other one.
Yep. The unknown soul that we have an idea what his fate was. He got shot by the captain.
Okay.
I think that's probably us for this memory.
Yeah, I'd agree. Let's see. It's really confusing me, Nikolai, that you're on Meow's account. Okay, shall we go and have a look in the captain's cabin since we were just looking in the memory? Okay, you can't.
We can now because it's now open.
The hat. Okay. Okay, let's go. That looks unchanged. Okay,
Yep.
let's go in here.
There are multiple corpses in here.
Shall try to work out which bits are need
Yeah.
the mouse and which don't.
Must be in here someplace. They're at the bottom of the sea. That's
Dun,
the
dun, dun.
A fight.
Oh. Oh, okay. Where are you?
That's the captain still.
Yep. So the captain and the execution detail guy.
Yep.
Jesus. Okay.
So-
That's
Yeah, so that looks like he rushed him after he shot the first mate, which
Yeah.
is logical.
I mean, in fairness, it's probably what I would do.
Yep.
Since he's probably about to shoot you next.
Aye, it will take him a moment to reload, but you don't want to give him that moment.
Yeah.
Let's just have a quick swatch around.
See what we
Yep.
can see. Oh, nothing. Fair
Apparently
enough.
that's what we get.
It's fair. But we do have the next bit physically open to us now.
Oh, yes, it triggers these,
Yep.
of course.
Oh, I didn't mean to take us out of that.
That's fine, we can go back to that as and when we wish to. Let's have a quick hunt around and see if this lets us do anything. Oh,
Oh, person. We can't see the face, so it won't.
Right.
No, we need to be able to see the face, so go along that
that's
way.
yes. But I can't do it while you're zoomed, so there we are. Now we can see him.
Aha, that one. So he ran up on top
Yep.
and then jumped down to rush the captain from behind.
Yep.
I guess.
Which would also make sense.
Seems like a logical way of dealing with a captain that's trying to shoot you in the face. Although, goodness only knows whether the captain has a good reason. But,
Well, even so, if you believe you have a good reason for rushing the captain, then it would be
That
the
seems
right
like
way
quite
of doing it.
definitely the captain's cabin.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no question about that, with a balustrade on the back and everything.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got at least the start of a working out how things went down. But I don't think there's anything else we can do in here just now.
No, I don't think so.
So,
Can take another look at this unfortunate fella,
yeah.
which confirms his demise.
Yep. Which feels like that should fill in something in the book. It's
It
like,
does a bit.
how did he die?
Yeah, we know
Half
how he
his
died.
face was shot off.
I think it's a chest shot, but
Really? Look, he doesn't have the lower. He doesn't have like much below the nose left.
it's quite unclear, especially because of
Blood splatter.
yeah the way that has
Monochromatic.
been diagrammed out. Back through the door we go.
Okay.
So that's one.
No.
Okay. No, I want to look at the weapons on the floor between them first.
Okay.
Because there's
two knives.
two knives there, another marlin spike.
We can't seem to open any of those yet.
Oh. Locked for the moment.
Yeah, nothing's reacting to those.
No.
Maybe need to be closer.
No,
it's not.
They're just not interesting because they're just random weapons. Let's move to the.
Yeah, you need to go closer, I think.
I wanted to look at the chest on the left.
Okay.
It looks like that might be grabbable, but I'm not sure. No, it's just an artifact of the way the graphics are built.
I like this compass. That it can take you to slightly different points in time.
It's very useful.
Every time. I mean, I'm an archaeologist. That would be amazing.
The captain strikes again. Stabbed in the side, though.
Naked captain?
Looks like it. He has been in the other memories as well.
Okay, so he uses a marlin spike, so that'll be that corpse.
Yep.
Is him. Because that is... Yeah, that's what's bringing up the first. That is the execution detail.
I like how you keep referring to him as the execution detail. He did have a job. We're not quite sure what
We don't know which one
yet.
it was yet, so... Okay.
Oh.
Right.
And this door is now open to us,
Awesome.
which means that we can...
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's fine. We'll get back to that in a second.
Damn it. How did they die?
One wonders.
Marlin spike to the head?
It's used as a club there rather than anything else.
There. Ah, and the lady's dancing. Okay.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly what we did. There we go.
That lady. Is it that lady?
Yeah, I think it was.
It was one of the ladies.
I think it's the left hand of the three.
Yeah, so do I.
Let's tab back out. You can maybe get a better look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah.
You can rotate. That does help when it dumps them right in front of the picture.
Yep. But we won't be able to open anything in here.
Nope, because we're in a memory. Yeah.
Which is fair enough.
It does, however, which is also why they're not being marked up as in a memory, because we'll need to go and find them out of the memory.
Yeah. So basically, we need to keep going out that.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if let's
Anything
just double
else is
check if
open?
there's anything on the balustrade, given that we know that guy has come down from there. No, it's not like there's anybody else coming down. That's
Okay.
fine. Just turn to look at the upper deck. Still nothing going on. Nope. Good.
At least we're not going completely to me to you. But we're not that far
Indeed.
off it. Right, let's go.
Yep.
Oh, is this a lady? The rendering's not detailed enough for me to tell if it's a female or male skeleton.
Your
No.
brother,
Oh,
my friend. I shot him. Dead.
okay. So
I'll be
Abigail's
with
there's
you.
pass.
Soon, my love. Please forgive me for everything.
That's not ominous at all.
Abigail is dead, so he...
Yep. Abigail is already dead. And the captain's actual technical demise is suicide, for all that he was going to almost certainly bleed to death from being stabbed in the gut.
in between the ribs,
Aye.
but on the right side of the body, so that's not going to do it. Or at least not quickly. I think I'd probably choose a gunshot as well.
Yeah. Especially if you've got no crew left to be able to patch you up.
Getting stabbed in the lungs though, in 1807? Or late 1700s?
No, it was far too low to be the lungs. Who is this? How did they die?
We know how they died.
Yep.
Okay.
So again, we have to slug back out to the door.
Four deaths.
Yep. And we have a marker for where it occurred.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've seen
Yep.
these texts. It's useful though that the face memory in the top left, if you can click it, the number of memories is clickable.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So that's super useful.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think there's necessarily a lot else for us to find in this section. Yeah. I think possibly the person we want to bookmark is the captain.
Yeah.
Let's see how we go from there. So escape seems to drag us backwards as well, which is
Yeah.
interesting.
Escape and right click both take us backwards.
But escape takes us back to the previous thing rather than actually backwards, which is
Nothing out.
unintuitive.
Yeah. Well, we know that's Abigail,
We do know it's
but we
Abigail.
don't know how
but-
Abigail died.
Yeah, so let's find out.
Click on the text in the book to assign names and dates.
Okay.
Right. Where's the captain? Oh. So she gets killed in a storm?
Looks that way. Yeah, hit by a falling timber.
Yep. Okay. Oh.
Somebody unleashed the Kraken.
Walk towards the Kraken. See if we can work out who these people are.
Helpfully, we can just about move through the Kraken. He looks like a bosun to me. Stereotypical outfit for one. No, I don't want to go look at the Kraken very much.
Bit.
Right, let's see what else there is on here.
Oh, who's next to Abigail?
This person.
Oh, the person on the other side of the...
Yeah.
Okay. Right, I think we probably want to start... We need to mark
Yes, we'll need to,
Abigail.
we'll need to work out what we're doing with that.
The Doom. Kraken. It's fine, we know that she is Abigail.
Well, we believe she is Abigail.
Well, they were shouting at Abigail, and then the captain said, "I'm sorry, Abigail, I'll see you soon."
Mm-hmm.
So we're assuming, okay, I don't know. Crushed?
Page turn will be the bottom right. Struck, possibly?
No.
Nope.
No. Crushed?
Crushed rigging. And we believe that she was Abigail.
And the voice was a Scottish accent as well. So that would fit.
Yeah. There's an unknown passenger in this manifest.
Mm-hmm.
Or in this version of the manifest. That's interesting.
Thank you. Okay. That's fair.
That's a useful way to give you an idea of progress without giving you too much idea. Corpse was moved post-mortem, yep,
Yep,
that's
from the
fine.
deck.
10 others in total were present, so let's have a look, see who else we can find here. Start with this person in front of us. Or not. We're getting new stuff happening.
Yeep.
Oh, we can now move. That's useful. Can you interact?
No.
Okay.
I think we need to be in front. Nope. Can't interact at all.
Okay. Right.
There.
We potentially just need to find the door then.
Which should be that way. It's usually in that corner.
Well, it was when we only cared about the back of the ship.
True. Okay, that's clearly not right. What person? Can I...
Do something with that person. Follow that cloud. You manifesting as a corpse? You are.
a little weird.
Just
But
a
okay.
smidgen. It's like, no, you have to go and look at some more story.
Crushed by tentacle?
Yep.
Lovely.
Can you pick him out? He's got nice easy tattoos. He's an easy one to mark up.
Yep.
Okay. And then
And then what?
there's one on the ground here.
Okay.
Several on the ground here. So
Okay. One of the
I
gamblers.
think there were 10 people present in total.
Yeah. Oh, what is in there?
It's a goat
Why is there
of some
a
description.
Hello.
Yeah. So he's next to the guy with
The top hat.
yeah. The next suspicious person.
They're all suspicious persons.
They are all suspicious persons.
"12 others present."
Who was this and how did he die? We don't know who he is, but he got crushed by tentacles. Crushed by the beast?
Maybe let's have another one.
Yeah, I don't think Struck. Yeah, Struck wasn't right.
Hooves, wings, and tail. That's
Yeah.
not right. I guess.
I'm looking
crushed
forward
by
to the bit
beast?
where we get a griffin.
I guess he was crushed
Yeah.
by a terrible beast. That seems to fit.
It does.
12 others present. Everyone was on deck because they were being attacked by a fucking sea monster.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Okay. Let's go to throw it as he at us again. It would be slightly less weird if we got a useful.
What was going on? Oh,
I don't know.
manifesting our next corpse.
Yep.
I'm gonna make you run around in fucking circles.
Up.
Oh, oh. No, it's just been dramatic.
Well, it went up, which
Yeah.
is why we lost sight of it.
It sounds like there's a terrible storm, but it's actually an attack by a giant octopus.
It's the Kraken.
Wow.
And there's also a terrible storm, I think, looking at some of the other assets around it. Because the waves are very high, the pitch is quite appalling. Okay, so this is a scene shortly before he got grabbed.
Currently, I am so lost and I have no idea how we're going to put all of this together.
We'll get there. I'm not convinced we'll do it in one session.
No.
Somehow. There's nothing there to zoom in on. It's decided that we're going to look at something else. The interaction with the actual scene is not necessarily the most
Do we know how they
straightforward
died?
to interact with? No, we don't. We can infer that they died as a result of the beast, but we've got no supporting information. Right. Let's try and guess where we need to be for it to do its next weird ass thing.
I'm so confused by the goat.
Well, you've got to get your fresh meat from somewhere.
That's the tattooed guy.
Yep. New pan left? A little more? Because what we can... Yep, so there's another person down here.
Okay. Can you go down the stairs?
I'm trying to do that, but apparently we can't do that right now.
There we go.
There we go. Found the last person.
Okay, another officer. From the looks of it.
That just suggests we'll be able to go below deck when we next get the opportunity. Aha.
Okay. Got no idea what's going on there.
It looks like he's been grabbed. He's tethered by a rope, but it looks like he's been grabbed.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Do you have anything else useful to see? Nothing to see but sea. Right. Would you like... Oh, now we have a doorway.
Found all the people.
Yep. Okay. Is it going to let us have free reign for a little bit, or is it going to make
Well,
us...
look, we can get downstairs there now.
I don't want to go downstairs yet, though, because there's a whole bunch of stuff we were halfway through looking at when it started forcing us to go and do specific things.
Okay.
So, for example...
We should start marking in things like the captain died of suicide.
Yep.
And that was in...
Chapter X is those last few. So we don't know who that is, but we know that he got shot.
That wasn't what I meant.
Shot by gun. By the captain. And that does confirm the Abigail, because that's the same surname as Abigail has. So that does also mean that it's not some weird love triangle. That's a good thing.
Well, I didn't
Well,
think
actually,
it
it
was
might
because he
be
said nobody said brother.
Yep.
So it's not so much that it's a love triangle. It's
Yeah, she wanted to know where her husband was, but he told her corpse that he'd shot her brother, so we can infer that that's probably her brother,
yeah.
but we don't know who that makes him. He was clubbed. He was struck with the butt of the gun, which I think would make him clubbed
Yeah.
by the captain.
That's the one that was killed by the marlin spike, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's also a club at that point.
Yeah.
There's a lot of clubbing here.
That's
Let's just check
right.
the list again.
between speared and spiked?
I suspect it's the length of the weapon with which you do this. You take the strike. But we clearly see that he was clubbed
Yeah.
for all that it was with a pointed weapon. That was again by the captain. There's a really high kill death ratio.
Yeah.
And we know that he
Is the captain, and he
committed suicide.
A gun.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's a good start.
Now
Some
we've
of them accounted for.
Then we've got a whole bunch of other people that
Yeah, pretty much.
are either being like crushed by the kraken, eaten by the kraken, fucked up by the kraken in some way.
It's nice to have options. Yeah. I think we can reasonably suspect that it was the first mate that was the first one to die in that last sequence, but
It looks like it.
yeah, I'm still really intrigued by the gap in the manifest there. Because there's a gap when we're choosing who
Yep.
the corpse is,
Mhm.
so be interesting to see who that pans out to be.
Yep.
I don't think we can get anything else just now.
I don't think so.
We got the tattooed guy who we know exactly how he died.
But we don't have him in the book yet, do we?
I think we do if you click through to the sketch.
Him.
Yeah,
Okay.
we know some.
That's
That's how we get the help. That's fine.
fair enough.
Oh, we can pick out. Oh, we already got. Yeah, it confirms that that is who we picked out as Abigail.
Yeah, because.
Yep.
Oh, she's very clear now. Curious. Because the rest of these are mostly very blurred.
Yeah, but if we come back out of here,
I was just gonna.
okay.
Less blurred now.
Yeah.
Mhm. Leave the book.
No, I want to go to actually. If you go back to the sketch, go back to the guy that was in Two Memories that you were just looking at.
Mhm.
Go to the memories. Go to the first memory. Quick way of stewing through the entire flaming book, because that gets us to the Kraken section. Because there are lots of other people present.
Mhm.
Just curious whether we can see anything useful. We know that that's that map. No, I don't think there's anything we can gain from this yet, unfortunately. Worth a look. Okay, so we don't believe there's anything up there at the moment for us to look at, and it's pretty much just fed us
Go below deck.
go below deck.
The rigging's all in really good shape for being,
Having been lost.
yeah, having all been trashed.
Yep. Okay, let's start at the back and work forwards. think the X's indicate that it's currently locked.
Okay, let's go forward to the broken cannons.
Yep. There's a person.
Not surprised he was killed by one of those damn cannons.
Oh, aye.
So dangerous.
Okay, let's interact with the...
But who are you? Okay. So I'm just behind the officers.
Yep. Okay.
Ugh.
Look. Round to the right. Let's see. Okay, so we'd already caught, I think.
No, we haven't.
No, they're different people. These are different people falling down the stairs.
Okay.
Now we must look at the book.
Yes. On the gun deck. Who are they? Don't know.
Crushed by a cannon. Very sad. Anyway,
Relatively common on ships of that era.
must we have the forcible movement? Can you interact with the person on the floor?
No, can we go
Trying.
this side? Oh, Jesus. Wait. We've got a person right beside us.
We can't interact with anything except the thing it's forcing us towards.
Helpful.
It's super frustrating.
I mean, it probably is helpful, but
It limits how many things you can go and look at, and that is not particularly helpful.
well, that's messy.
Because there were a good half a dozen people there we weren't able to go and look at because it forced our hand.
I'm really hungry now. That's unfortunate.
The significant death of sailors is causing you hunger. That's definitely unfortunate.
Hi, I am a dragon.
So very true.
Nom nom flesh.
Okay, so they fucked up that cannon shot, and that's what
It exploded.
it did. You interact with that yet?
Oh. Okay.
Man in the tall hat.
That's unfortunate. Wait. Yeah. Back of the cannon blew off. I think.
No, if you look up back at him, it's one of the ones that's fallen sideways.
Ah, okay.
Fell sideways, already loaded.
Ew.
Yep.
Well, that's not fun. I think that's how James IV died.
No, I think his cannon actually exploded.
His cannon actually exploded, I'm sure.
That was his own damn silly fault.
Exploded? Exploded.
Yeah, that's... I mean, it might be that we need to tag that as being shot with the cannon, but
How did that one done? I don't think cannon was an option for shot.
I think it was. But I think explosion is more accurate, so we'll see how we go. I didn't particularly register how they died.
Crushed, maybe?
Okay, so they were the other two people present. Oh, there were 4 other people present at the time.
God, it's so slow scrolling.
Yeah, we've no idea who that is yet.
Okay. And yep. Okay.
Do you suggest that we scroll with the keyboard instead of with the mouse
That would be a
wheel?
lot faster, yes.
That's fine.
I don't think we can put this any more together yet.
No, I don't think we can either. Oh, look, we're forced again. Click. So it'll tell us. Now scroll so we can find out. No, it's there. It's the person immediately next to us that we have to go and poke. Go round in a big loop and come back to our feet. How did this person die? They are literally under a cannon.
Looks like it.
Ah, that's because we're replaying it. That wasn't the corpse we wanted.
Fair enough. How do we get out of this?
Let's try looking at the corpse we actually wanted, which was that one. One of the randos there, but they were crushed. They are crushed by a cannon. So if we hit the sketch. Was it one of these at the top? Not showing up. Let's look at the bottom ones. I don't recognise him from those either.
Nope.
No. We'll come back out and see what we can see. You tag him again.
Okay, so the second one. Second there.
Yeah. Third to the right of the man with the mug. Is up at the top.
Him.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not going to let us.
I know we don't know their identity, but we.
Yes, thank you for that, game. Would you kindly naff off?
Very much.
That's fine. Go to the doom.
Doom.
Doomy, 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 doom. Part 5. No. Part 5 we didn't. We had already seen. I'm still unsure about the other one there. Well, let's go and see what else we can do. See who else we can see. Let's look at them.
Will there be more upstairs now, do you think?
Possibly.
We looked at him?
No, we haven't seen it. We haven't looked at him.
Oh.
It's a man with the
Is it up
side. Yep.
With the bicorn.
Yep.
Gunner. Gambling gunner.
That's a reasonable pastime. else there immediately. We have the option of going back upstairs. Sorry, we have the option of the
Going back
door,
out, yeah.
which I think is probably our plan, because we won't get up the stairs for the two bodies.
Yeah.
We know they block passage. Okay. That is useful, at least. Yeah. So we know that that is what happened to that person. We know what happened there. Can we open this door on the left?
Oh, person.
Oh no! You're cut!
Don't leave me.
Bear up, son. I'll stay with you.
Tell Pete's
Going for
mother.
Raffy broad Scots accents.
Tried my best
Aye.
to pull him back to save me.
You tell her yourself. Brennan! Bring the surgeon's kit!
Okay.
Well, we know he was cut, but we don't know by what.
Okay. Nichols?
Possibly.
First officer.
Yeah. Neither of them. We've seen them both now. That's an awful lot of blood. How did you require to lose that much blood, Sunshine? It's the guy in the back of that image.
That's the one that confronted the captain
Yep.
along with the... Escape.
A different chapter. We're all over the place on this, aren't we?
A little bit. How did they die? He's the one that was... Apologies?
No, you're not allowed to do anything useful. The game says no.
Stabbed?
We know that they were cut somehow, but I think there are multiple options here. It's not crushed.
I know it's because I keep seeing the arrow and thinking that's the...
Yeah. So
stabbed isn't an option.
no, but there is. If you go back a page, there's killed with a sword and also knifed. So we definitely don't know enough yet.
For one of those. Fair enough.
Okay, let's see what else we can do, if it'll let us do anything, or if it's just going to coerce us some more.
It wants to coerce us.
Well, let it coerce us. Since we're not allowed to do things of our own free will.
What?
You need to click to release the thing, then you need to open the door.
I need to go round.
I can't go around if you turn away from it. We know where we're going here. The controls on this are not what they might be by a long shot. And the coercion is a bit irritating. Oofed. People hitting people.
Violence!
Mm-hmm.
That's clubbed. It's an actual club. Okay.
Yep.
So who's being clubbed? Okay. I think we've seen very much of them. execution detail is violent.
There's one at your feet.
Come on. Thank you. Oh.
Fair enough. Okay. So, can we look behind you? Just to see what else there is here. Oh. No, we have to go and look at the book again.
Calm down, it's fine.
Would be nice to feel like we had autonomy.
Oh, wished. How did they die? They got killed by execution detail. Clubbed.
Clubbed. And we don't know the name of the person involved.
Yep. Which is why I'm calling him execution detail, no matter how much you roll your eyes at me.
Which is a lot.
Usually, because you're a cheeky wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Menace. Fine.
Where are we going? Where does it want us to be?
It's not telling us, but we might.
Try the doors.
But we're in a memory, are we not? Because they're there as people, so we're in a memory.
Okay. We're looking for the one that's highlit. Is it just that one?
Yeah.
Wasn't very well highlit relative to the other ones we've seen so far.
Highlighted?
That too.
Snarky dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, lead the way. Swirly fucker.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Leads the way 3 entire inches to the person we already looked at.
But it might tell us what led up to that point.
Yes.
Hopefully.
I think he got shot by the other guy.
Captain cannot be trusted.
Mutiny! Mutiny!
But why are they mutinying?
We'll find that out as it slowly gets that far.
Okay, so. Yep.
Yep.
Head exploded.
Yep. Shot by the guy with the officer's hat. Who's the one that then got...
The peaked one or the bicorn?
One of the hats. Whoever it was that we just marked up as clubbed by an unknown attacker is the person shooting here.
Okay, I think that's the one where it was like a.
We'll be able
trade
to
inspector's
we'll
hat.
be able to find it in a second.
Okay. Okay, so that's what I was meaning by like the peaked hat, and then that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the bicorn hat that shot him.
Yep.
Okay. Who is this? Fuck knows. But they were shot. Shot with a gun. Shot with a gun, except it took his entire head off.
A musket at that range would absolutely take the top of your head off.
I'm still intrigued as to why they decided the captain isn't trustworthy. The music is very ominous. Okay, so we're looking for something highlighted. Nope. Well, that's grim.
Even
All
over
grim,
the side.
but still.
Yep. Release the swellies. Not the Kraken.
Not the Kraken.
We don't want to release the Kraken.
The Kraken's done enough that. Oh wait, was that not coming up yet?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
We're
It's
just faster than it because it's dithering around in circles.
There's a surprise. And he's just kind of hanging over there rather than having the person put him over now, apparently. Oh, okay, that was that first. Apologies if you don't like the sound of knuckles cracking, but they get sore if I don't, so... Oh, there's the gambling gunner. Who's being shot by someone.
That is one of the lady passengers.
One of the older lady.
Yep. Oh, you're correct.
Yep.
He is indeed the gambling gunner.
The one with the stripes. Okay.
Random Mook.
Not had that one.
I don't think we've seen him before, no.
Ooh.
That's the captain, I think.
Yep.
Yep. With clothes on this time. I didn't recognise him with his clothes on.
Makes a change. Oh, and this is... Okay, yep.
Yep. He's the
Okay,
one
so
that monkeys around a bit later on.
So that's quite a scene.
Hmm. Who is this? How did they die? Well, we know how they died. They got shot.
Yes, yes they did.
With a gun. But we don't know the name of the person who did it.
No.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the point at which one of them gets shot with a... so we had shot by a cannon, but shot by arrow is the other option.
Yep.
And it's...
I assume that will be one of the earlier chapters where they were off trading, and that's why they have fish and shells instead of gold.
I mean... You know, having fish seems reasonable enough, but the shells do seem a little odd. I think it's the one who...
Last one. Move quick.
United the last boss!
Oh. He's stabbed by the sword.
Yep. So we can guess that he is Paul.
Is he Paul or is he Paul?
Uh,
Oh no, it looks
we-
like he's stopping
well,
them from escaping.
Who's the person at the back? Can we get? Let me move in. There's several more people you can see on the boat there.
Young man. Possibly a midshipman. And then...
I suspect he's a passenger. Can you get?
And that'll be the woman in the middle. Yep.
Yep. And then another one.
So for some reason, they are going off on
Evacuating.
the lifeboats.
Yep.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Mm. How did they die?
They were sworded to death.
By the gambling gunner.
Okay, let's go check the manifest. Paul we're looking for here.
Paul Moss.
One Paul. Any more Pauls?
Nope.
Nope,
That's
only
the
one
only Paul.
Paul. So we can.
What are you doing? 26. 20 something.
29.
29. Yeah. Okay.
Who is Paul Moss? He is.
That one.
Yep.
Yep.
There we go.
Yay.
Reasonably happy with that one.
Mhm.
But we don't know who did it, and that's fine.
Should we put? We've not put the first mate in.
I don't think we've been able to determine which of the
Which
office,
way round they are?
which officer is in
which.
which position in the image, and therefore who's
thought we
on
did.
who did what. I don't think we did.
I think we did. Right at the start, it's the one that's on the right hand side of the captain as you look at it in the execution image.
But we can't. But we're not conclusively sure that that's the first mate.
Okay.
We haven't identified the person. We just know who they are in the image.
Okay.
Where are we going next then?
Down.
Turn. Oh, it's still downstairs.
Is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it must be.
Release it. It'll run downstairs to the person we were just looking at.
Almost certain.
We'll just wait for it to come down the stairs in front of us. And then we will chase it.
Faff about.
Because we are at least as fast as it.
Oh, hi! I mean, he landed in a chair. That could be worse.
Put me down. Let go.
Easy now. You're in a bad way.
Mr. Squid, where is my Frenchman?
The squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart.
For that, the beast is dead. How? How did you kill it?
We didn't. It left with the store. Captain came up from the hold. Said he chased it off. You should rest.
From the hold?
Like that.
Definitely.
A bit weird, isn't it?
Yep. What did you do, little captain?
Where are you?
He's the guy with the funny hat.
Is he the surgeon? Maybe.
It's possible that he's the surgeon. He's the guy that gets his head shut off.
He looks official. Okay. And then bicorn.
He's one of the officers.
Because there's first, second, third, and fourth mate on
Yep.
this ship.
Okay.
Interesting.
Let's see what else we have to see, since it's not currently compelling us. We'll look at him again in a moment then.
That looked like the one I've been thinking of as first mate. The Abigail's brother.
Fair.
I don't actually.
We don't know how he died. We can suspect that he was that he suffered from squid, but
Mm-hmm.
several people mentioned, but
Okay.
can we see the location map?
Yep.
Because, yeah. Yeah, so we know that that's the first mate that's coming out, or we can assume that that's the first mate that's coming out of his cabin, who'll be the person that we look at as we hit that.
And I think that's Abigail's brother.
Possibly, but I don't think we've been given that.
Let's step forward and then turn to look. Yes, so it's the one to that side of the captain.
Okay. Let's go back to the sketches. Let's see if we can fill that detail in.
Which one?
No, we still don't have a clear image of him. That's not very useful, is it?
No, what's that? Oh, I think that's the one that...
It feels like he ought to be the first. It feels like they should be the first and second mates either side of the captain.
Yeah, I think that's the first mate, and that's the one that we just looked at.
It is traditional for the first mate to lead the mutiny, so...
Yeah. And like even now, like they're...
Yep.
Even though we've seen him, it's not unblurred.
Yep.
Whereas he is. So
What about the other mate?
he is
He's
as well.
also unblurred.
What about the other? No, he's still...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one's the first mate. Because he... Yeah, because he was there. He's the one that got his face shot by the captain.
Yep.
At the very start.
Yep.
So I do think that will be the first mate.
Yeah. Let's tag it in and see.
Yay! So the three we filled out fully are correct. Good.
Captain shot himself.
Captain's wife died by the rigging.
Yep. Excellent.
Saving.
3 tick marks.
Yay!
Okay. So, other than this chap, what else can we see here?
I don't think we can go past him.
No, we're not going to be able
So
to
that
go
would be the
past him.
fourth mate's one that we can't go into.
Third, I think it's...
Oh yeah,
I-
it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yep, so that's the
we-
second.
And it's a memory,
That's the
so we can't
fourth.
go into them anyway.
Oh, hello. You're coming up from the cargo hold.
Suspicious randomer.
I think we might have seen them in one of the,
Quite possibly.
like one of the large 12 people
Yeah.
were also here, which means it's too vague to...
Yep. That's fine, we can just
That
bail.
seems to be us.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, they left.
We believe they're alive,
Yeah.
but where?
Azores.
Yeah.
The Azores were I think, are still the closest bit.
Yeah, I think so.
I think. Should we have a look? Double check that?
Sure. But not that one. The other one. go back to the person.
I was just looking at that.
Okay.
This person.
This person, that memory, first memory. Yeah, so present during the Squid attack.
Mm-hmm.
Then we don't know anything about Obra Dinn, and then we have the. Yep, we've got Paul dying upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
and they are present. If we.
Yeah, they're present because they're going off in the boat
Yep.
with young lad there.
Yep.
And that one there.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And that'll be those 4.
Yep.
Right. But what was the... Where were we on the map? I think we were in broadly the same place on the map, weren't we?
Well, we can check that out, I think.
Okay.
I think if you tag to the bottom left here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's not that at all. Sorry, it's there. That gives us our.
Okay, so the Azores are the Canary Islands.
Oh, and actually,
Mm-hmm.
they talk about. Go back to the last one. Bottom left. That's not there. One of these has a
direction.
a thing about It's not that one, so let's try these.
Just let them go. Nope, that's the planning mutiny. Sail east. Okay, so go back to the.
Okay,
Back,
so
yeah, back to the
yeah.
start of that for the map. Sail east.
sailing east would take them. Yeah,
Uh,
if they make it east, then they're potentially in Madeira, but it's hard to tell.
I mean, if they go straight east, they should be in Morocco.
It would make more sense for them to navigate for the closest thing, and they should have an idea of it.
But
I don't think we have enough information to tell us where they're alive, unfortunately.
But I don't think that Madeira was an option on the list.
No, I think it was only there by reference.
Mm.
Yeah, click alive.
Alive. Yeah, Madeira's not on the list.
No, but the Canary Islands are.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just going to go in and put the others as alive and then leave the place.
I don't think
Oh,
you
you
get
can't,
to do
can
that.
you?
No, you have to specify it. They should all be alive in the same place, so
Yeah.
they may as well say the Azores for the moment.
Yep. But yeah, it could really be about half of them.
Well,
Europe, Africa, Azores, Canary Islands.
yeah. And it wasn't even them that were talking about going east, it was the other people, the other guy, so
It was the mutineers.
tricky. Right, let's do an interact. Yes, we'll hydrate. Thank you very much, Nikolai.
You're in a bad way.
Mr. Squid, where is my Frenchman?
Squid's gone.
Right, can you skip this?
Torn apart.
Okay.
So we need to come back out of here because we didn't want to replay that. We just needed to make some further progress.
Yep. Right.
Right.
Okay.
Let's find where we need to be. So,
What was
what's on our... So on our right, is there anything we can do here?
What?
Ooh.
how odd?
Is that a leg hanging out of the window?
I'm not
Possibly
sure.
is.
I'm not sure what it is.
Slack the lifts and lower the boats! The whole crew will be on us! Give it up!
The hell?
It sounds like a kidnapping.
It does. Well, there was royalty.
Okay, so we can see him getting shot by somebody. It's one of the officers. Let's see who's behind the officer we just looked at. Okay, so
it's
the
one of the women.
yeah, try in the face.
Yep,
Yep,
one of the
the
films.
Formosan royalty. There's another of the random seamen.
Okay, so
That's-
an officer is holding.
Let's see what we get. Murder.
I mean, there's been quite a few murders so far. Okay, so at the Canary Islands, outside the first mate's window. Yep. How did they die? They are shot.
Yep. Shot with a gun
By.
by one of the officers who we haven't yet picked out.
Yeah. Okay.
Lots of other people were present. It's fine. Oh, let's go see what's going on at the other end of the deck.
Oh, Jesus. That's grim.
Potentially. Right, and release this. It's just looping round. It should end up just about here. Come on.
Is that a snake?
Ah, this will be the
Oh, the shooting, the
justice. Yeah.
the execution.
Yes.
Oh, hydrate.
I already hydrated.
Oh, it's one of the Formosans that get executed?
Yep.
As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line. Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir. Ready, men. Aim. Fire.
So the one standing, the officer standing behind the execution squad is probably Wolf.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. That should be the captain, I assume.
Yep.
Yep.
Right, can we look at the person getting shot? That's the first thing to do. Okay, so here's the guard on the right of the image,
Okay.
for whom we got a name, so that's
Mr.
good.
Lim?
Hoxing Lao. There we go. You've gone past it. 26. Shot. Yep.
Shot by guns?
Shot by guns. By the firing squad.
Enemy?
No, I think I think this one probably an unknown officer potentially. Yeah, it's difficult to work out what the correct way of phrasing that is. Although we might be able to see it from this image when we come back out.
Yeah.
No, we're not, because we're going to be coerced some more. This presumably is the alleged victim.
The guard on the left of that?
Nope. Italian passenger.
Ah. Where are you going?
All the way around the ship, just for shits and giggles.
It likes that. Yeah.
Hello? Who is there? Who is that? Is someone hurt? Senor Nikoli, is that you? What are you doing down here?
Hello, yes. Fine here. Just sorting some things.
What's your step? Here, let me help you.
Second, I think.
Nichols.
Nichols is suspicious.
Okay.
Okay, so so that's Nichols. That's interesting.
That's Nichols, that's the one. Okay. And
That's the Italian passenger.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the guard unconscious.
Yeah. So the guard was knocked out.
That's a very nice looking gem.
Yeah.
This is Nunzio Pastor.
Yep.
We're not quite sure how he died, but we know who did it.
Yeah. No, but we can't put who did it without putting it in.
No, we can't. We might need to look at the scene again.
Yeah. Can't see from that one to
No.
go out fully.
Let's see, without clicking, let's see if we can see anything relevant. I mean, from the angles, it looks like he's probably getting knifed. But
It does. But we can't be like next to them in the right fucking angle to.
well, we came through that space, so we must be able to get back through it if we pan the camera correctly to allow it. Surely. No, apparently not.
mean, it does look like he's getting knifed, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't see any other interpretation of that than a stabbing.
I don't see why we can't get back through that.
No, me neither.
Could we go round? Sure, we can go round.
Yes, slowly. There we go. Yeah, it's
Stabbed or throttled?
He's not been. I don't think he's been throttled there.
No.
That hand's too low. I would have
Must be a
said.
knife, surely.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because the defending hand is well below the neckline,
Yeah. Yeah, I think that must be a knife.
and it's definitely trying to deflect. It's not trying to pull away. So, I think stabbed rather than strangled.
Okay. Knifed.
Yep. Knifed by Nichols.
Second mate.
Okay. And the door is on the far side of them, so we'll just go around rather than messing with the camera angle.
Door is there.
It is.
Yay! Okay, and that's at the Canary Islands.
Yep. So what else do we know?
Well, we've worked out who Nichols is in the sketch.
That's true. We
So
can
we should do that.
potentially. Yep.
Um,
Sketch.
sketch.
Mm-hmm.
So that is Nichols.
Yep. One of these two hatted figures is Mr. Wolf. But we don't know which.
Yeah.
Mr. Wolf is potentially just a midshipman. Or is a gunner.
Wolf's a gunner. Not convinced that.
He might be the one wearing a flat hat rather than the... Oh no, he's going to be Wolf actually. The guy... Yeah.
The exploded one?
Yes, and that would make sense.
Okay,
I think we can make the stab that he's Wolf. Because he's clearly directing that line,
Yeah.
whereas the other two are not.
So if it's captain, first mate, second mate, assuming that third and fourth will be that one, and that one.
Yep. But which way round is a little trickier.
True, but he's clearer. But we've not got either of those names yet.
Yeah, we've not heard of either of them.
Yeah.
It thinks we can work out who he is, but we're not so sure.
We can't click on.
Well, we know who that
the
is.
face. Yeah, but it's just to make sure
Yeah.
it's all marked in. It's the other one that was highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
can we map up the Formosan royalty?
Yeah.
So we've got him.
And
We should be able to infer. Oh, got.
Lim. That was the name that was used.
Mr. Lim,
Hmm.
I think, was used.
Yeah.
So no, we can't.
No, we don't know which is
we
which
don't.
of
We
them.
don't have enough information there, which is unhelpful.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Plot continues to thicken.
It does. At least we're getting some of them there.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay. What else is there for us to do and see? We've seen
Blood
that
over
corpse.
there, and at some point the goat is.
The goat has vanished before we get to the ship.
Yeah.
We're currently in the.
In our present.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we've been through these before. Is there something in?
No, that one's locked.
No, we
then.
haven't. I know we haven't been through those yet. This one's now open. There's a corpse at your feet. That sounds ominous.
That sounds painful.
Yep,
Strangulation.
that's a dead person.
That.
Strangled by the Strid. Who are they?
Great.
Oh,
Oh,
they
it's
are,
the artist.
They are, yes.
Okay. Well, that sucks.
Sucks to be him.
Mm-hmm. Should we put that in the book?
Yep.
Thank you.
The artist at 18. And if we come out to the crew list, we'll be able to map them.
Artist. Yes. Try and put in how they died.
Yeah, why are you not allowing us to enter their fate? That's just unhelpful. I guess we have to wait for it to give us the book entry.
I assume so. Okay, where now?
Back through that doorway. Ah, other people to interact with.
Hello. Oh, okay, you
Yep.
again. End of that scene.
Yep. By the look of everybody else there, they are the first person to get. I'm not sure crushed is right. Sounded like they were strangled.
Strangled.
By the Strid beast.
It approved.
It did. We have 3 more fates. That's good.
Yay.
Excellent.
This is going to take us a long, long time, I think. Upstairs?
Upstairs. Pan left. No. Thank you. Need to try and find. Can we not get at those front, the aft stairs there? Okay, we'll have to go up the
This one's done.
stairs at the 4. Right, and release it so we can go and run after the damn thing. Up the steps. Round to the left.
We can coordinate.
We can. Well done us. Where is it coming up?
Well, have we lost it this time?
I mean, it's possible. Did we offend it by coming upstairs? Yeah,
No,
no, it's just ridiculously
so
slow. Come on.
We're not so well coordinated this time.
We did perfectly well. It was just that we were working on bad information that suggested that it might bother to turn up at some point. Where has it gone? Come on.
Just sticking about to exactly where we've been waiting
Yep.
for it. Which is ridiculous.
Let me on. Over my dead body, you bloody day. How's that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. No ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
Dear
Okay.
me.
So that's Dane?
He'll be Swedish.
I was
in the
thinking.
in
I
the
don't
manifest.
think there was. Don't think Denmark was on the.
No, it's a really standard thing of the era.
Okay. So he's somewhere, one with a brother.
The bother boy in the back of one of the images who looks like he came straight off the streets of London and sounds like it too.
Yep.
Random at Randomson. Anybody else?
Yep.
Who are you and why are you clutching all of the ship's manifests, you suspicious type? Purser or something, not to guess.
I'd assume so. I mean, at least a purser has a reason for
Stealing all the books.
the doom. Who is this? So, scroll down till we see Sweden.
Oh, there is a Dane actually.
Oh, there is a Dane. It's more likely to be the Dane.
Yep,
Clubbed.
by somebody.
Dunno.
Yeah.
Possible clue for that is two of the seamen that have, or two of them that have the same surname.
Yeah.
But that might be as good as we can get.
Yep.
Okay. So the goat's still there at this point. Door?
So, unless there's anyone else in the boat,
No, I think
No.
we've got all four of the people.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's us. Hopefully we haven't gone too quiet.
We haven't had people shouting in the chat about us being completely inaudible, so it's fine.
Fair enough. Okay, so when we find a crew member crushed by rigging, the person with the other.
Well, he's not crushed by rigging, he's caught in the ropes.
Hmm.
Well, let's go to the manifest. Let's have a look. I'll scroll through quickly, see if there's much to see. Alright, so the chat with all the books is quite possibly Duncan Mackay, but we don't have the option to mark him up yet.
Mm-hmm.
And in English, yeah, it's 2 Peters.
Yeah. So when we find out which one was killed in the ropes, the other one murdered the Dane.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see where else we're going then. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's next?
Yeah, but we can the thing is that Nikoli, that we can only name him if we have enough information for it to allow us to do that in the first place. We've seen him.
That was the Dane. Downstairs again?
Can we check the top deck first?
Yep.
Since it's right here. I think we've got everybody.
Yeah, we've got those.
Yeah, I think we're back below decks. Got them. I like that they blur them out.
Mm-hmm. Got that.
Yeah.
Been in there, I've got that. We
We've
do
lit-
have another layer of deck.
Yep, let's make sure we've got everything on this layer first, because we're not sure. Oh, there's a door here. Let's go for that. Oh, we saw
Oh, we've
them.
got that one, yeah.
That's fine. Just confused by it shutting the door again on us.
We got that, the shot
Yep.
by cannon.
Oh,
There
and-
was the crushed by cannon over
Yeah.
here.
Yep. And it will let us come
And there
through
will be
here. We've
the-
seen the
Yeah,
yep,
seen the
we've seen
artist.
the artist.
Let's try the.
What's here in the back corner? That door's still locked. That's fine.
Yeah, I think it needs to be the next deck down there.
Yep.
We need to go across this way to get
We
past,
do.
don't we?
Yeah, it's just over the cannon. Okay. Down again, down again. Goodness me, that's a lot of blood.
Goodness.
Somebody's really outdone themselves there.
Oh, well, there's their powder.
Ship's stores, I think, rather than powder.
Oh, yeah.
With flour.
Flour and rum.
Yep. Okay, so we found a lot of blood. Let's see if we can find where it comes from. What is... Is there anything we can do with the chest at your feet? No. No, it's not an interactable
No.
object. That's fine. Let's carry on towards the front. See what we can see. Some more cages. Yeah, the anchor array.
That door
That's a
might be
door,
unlocked.
yeah.
Oh,
That's the ship's armory.
always a useful place.
Left. This will be all the barrels of powder.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing for us to see here though. Apparently.
They've got a lot of swords out.
Not necessarily unreasonable. What's this door here? Ship's carpenter's room. Nothing particularly interesting.
Nope.
Oh, there's a walkway at the back there. We'd seen this on the plans.
Yeah.
Oh, it does
Oh, it
actually
does
run
take
all
you
the way
back.
back up to
Okay.
there. That's
Is there one
useful.
on the other side?
Yep,
Let's
there
check
is.
the other side out then. Oh,
Aha!
it's hiding.
It was. Sneaky drops.
Clicking too soon for it.
Someone shoot the damn thing!
Well, we'll get to it when we get to it, love. Okay. So the top one on those stairs is...
Randomly shot.
How odd.
I think they were trying for the spread, but people.
Peaked cap.
Yep.
Tall hat. Come across those two quite a lot.
Yep, they seem to be fairly instrumental.
Okay, I think we might need to go all the way back and round to
I think.
see what they're looking at.
Well, there's a blood trail, so we may well just need to follow that.
I don't think we can.
Oh,
Oh.
there we are.
Fair enough.
No, we just had to find where to get it to trigger the event.
So we think they were shot accidentally.
Possibly accidentally. We're very much not sure by whom.
Yeah.
We get the location. Just want to see the.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. Okay. So
So the gunner's store.
yeah, and the lazaret is the next floor down. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we haven't seen anything interesting there yet.
Okay.
Okay.
The f-
Is that John Cena? If it was, would we be able to see him?
Not anymore. Come on, stop carrying about with the supplies.
Okay.
Barrels of apples and biscuits and things.
Aha. Right next to the hatch that would take you down to the lazaret.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I've got you. Don't move. I'll get you down.
Oh fuck. Okay, no, I don't want that one first. I want the.
Okay. So whoever he is has been impaled.
Cook and surgeon, maybe?
Maybe. Quite a stretch. That's the Grumpy Bruiser.
Yep. And that's the two that were shooting.
There's at least another one on the floor there, though, and one at the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, that's not the
Yep,
one we saw
there's
before.
somebody
but
else.
That's no, that's the.
Yes.
Yep. God, he looks grim at that one, doesn't he?
It does.
Helpful. Okay. Person.
Impaled. Spiked, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Would seem to be the right one there.
Yep. No. Spiked by a terrible beast.
Nope.
No.
That doesn't work.
Spear?
Speared doesn't work
No.
because it's structural. No, I think we're going to have to mark that as unknown for the moment, because none of those seem to be relevant.
No, they don't seem right, do they?
Might need
Struck?
to, nope.
Nope.
So we'll need to mark it as unknown and come back out and try and work it out.
Give me that gun.
I want to know what this is on the floor, what it's
Yeah.
coercing us again. I'm not chasing you, we know that you're coming right back here. Silly thing.
See?
I definitely like the incremental part. It's a giant crabby thing.
Ooh. That's interesting.
A great crustacean. Let's see, you and you. That looks like an actual blade rather than a weapon. Okay. I wonder. These might all be spears. I mean, it might be Crampulon, but that would be too complex for the human mind. And then, who's our next victim? Somebody over here. There are two people there, I think. There's an awful lot of death and decay going on. What happened to these people? Goodness me, that is a very unhappy crab. So, Mr. Grumpy Crab. Who else did you make a mess of? Seen a lot of these people before. How did they die? They were clawed, possibly? I think actually coming back out is a better plan, so I can check what the corpses look like. If it'll actually ever let me have a moment's peace in which to do that. Upstairs again, really? And multiple spiders. Or crabs. Or something. This is deeply suspicious. Okay. I'm definitely thinking that they were clawed, decapitated. It has grabbed them around the neck, so it's probably decapitated by an enemy. Was it an enemy? Was it a beast? I think there's a guy riding the spider, so it's a bit of a hit and miss one. But let's go with consistency. Ow. Wait, why there's a skull there is another question entirely. Let's try to see where that other spider rider ends us up. A demon? You're not wrong, it's a demon. It's a guy on the back of a giant spider and then a second one. Possibly a crab. It's a bit unclear. You've got crab-like claws but spider-like legs.
Spider crab?
Spider crab. Spider crab. Does whatever a spider crab can.
Crabulon.
Nikoli already posited that it was the first coming of Crabulon.
But of course.
These must be spears.
Yes, that must be the spears. No, spider crabs are a type of crab off the coast of Japan with obscenely big legs.
Well, those are indeed obscenely big legs.
Body's a little bit big for a spider crab.
Especially the bit where there's somebody clearly sat on the back of it.
Yeah, that's really fucking creepy.
Okay. So the bully boy from East London, not so much of a bully boy in the face of a giant spidery demon-y thing.
I mean, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, I suppose we might let him off. How did they die? We think he was speared. Let's see how we can go on with that. There it is. There's speared by... And the problem is here, the enemy says a foreign enemy. And I'm a bit unconvinced by that one.
It would be easier if they separated out sea monster, like the kraken type and then the spider type.
Yeah, but it's just a terrible beast or a foreign enemy.
I mean, it's definitely a terrible beast.
It is. The two downstairs are currently decapitated by a terrible beast, so at least we've got consistency. upstairs again. You're determined to make us run all over this ship, aren't you, Sunshine?
Ships aren't very big places, but they are complicated.
Aye. And this one appears to have had an interesting time. And come on. Come on. Am I going to have to actually follow you again? It started forcing us to actually follow it
For fuck's
in order
sake.
to get it to move far enough for us to see anything useful, which is even more irritating.
It's just a bit of a control freak, this game, isn't it?
It really is. Things murdering us. We are sad about this.
I mean, they are quite grim.
They are. Yeah, random person. Any more random people? Random person in the sky. Let's look at the random person flying. Don't think we've seen you before at all, Sunshine.
No. Can we see? Can we see if there's a person?
There's
It
definitely
looks like a seaweed monster.
there's definitely a person, but
It's a seaweed monster.
they are very well camouflaged, aren't they? Who are you?
Possible bosun.
Yep. Oh. Always, I'm really unclear as to whether that's you've looked at enough stuff or you've looked at the things that were important. It's really hard to tell. Who is this? How did they die? They were impaled on the leg of one of the giant sea crab things. But impaled remains a thing that we can't actually say. So I guess maybe they were speared?
I guess so. By a beast.
Yeah, keep marking them up as beast because we don't know anything about the random attackers.
Yeah, we can change that if we
Hi.
can work it out.
Where do you want us to go? To the guy in the sky? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Release the Kraken.
The dramatic swirly mist. And it's very dramatic.
I mean, that would definitely be a thing that killed you if you fell out of the sky back first onto a capstan. And if it didn't kill you, you'd
It
certainly
wouldn't take very long.
you'd certainly wish it bloody had. There's going to be a storm. Oh dear, things going on in the rigging. It's going to be where we find that brother, isn't it?
Maybe that is the brother.
Possibly, but it looks like he just got struck by lightning.
Mm.
I'm not convinced that even the most
Psychopathic brother.
morally bankrupt Cockney villain would be suggesting that lightning was the fault of somebody else. It's not impossible, but who are you? Can we get a little bit closer for me to have a look? No. I've no idea who the person that looked like they were head down in a pool of blood on the rigging was. So that doesn't make any sense. They'd have fallen off there. How did they die? They were electrocuted. I was very interested to see that in the list earlier, trying to work out how we could have electrocutions in 1807, but that would do it. So who are you anyway?
We're investigating in 1807. If they're already decayed down to skeletons.
Yes, it had been missing for a little while. Still can't get at them, but they're definitely not in a good way.
No, they're not.
What else can we see here? Somebody in the rigging. I think we've seen him a few times around the place. Somebody else in the rigging, who is completely obscured. There we are.
Oh,
Just behind the he's the gambling gunner, isn't he?
Gambling gunner, yep.
Okay. Can we drop onto this? Nope. There's an
I was going to see if we
invisible wall.
could see under it to the guy in a pool of blood.
No, I
Over
don't
the
think
edge.
so.
Maybe? No,
No.
not close enough.
No, it's not letting us range on him at all, which is unhelpful of it.
It is.
Is there anything else? No, there's just the door. Deeply disturbing to walk off the end of the rigging into a door. Okay. So we have lots more questions. Not very many more answers. Yeah, so it's all of them. That's the... Yeah, we're not sure how they died. They're just in amongst the
The
corpse. That one we now know was speared.
Okay.
The one that was up, stuck on the wall. And he was shot, we think, possibly by accident.
Yeah.
So our next stop needs to be to carry on downstairs.
Yeah.
So if the enemy was making for the lazarette, we probably need to do the same. It's not open to us yet, though. The books. Nothing very thrilling, probably the purser's office. Laundry, possibly. What else do we know? What do we know that we don't know? This is weird.
Oh, it's the
Oh,
goat
I
skull.
can look at the goat skull now. That's good.
Did someone sacrifice the goat?
Enter here. One swing. Get through the skull in stone or bread. I'll cut her throat when you've done it. Here? Yeah. Come on before she kicks off. You all right there, sir?
Never been on a farm, John.
Mind your shoes now.
Charlie. Well, we'll have to see which officer that is. Let's have a quick squint.
Page 3.
Yep. Crew manifest. It's a Charles Minor. It's a Charles Hersteck. It could be either of them.
Aye.
It's entirely possible that one of these is the cook.
Be a midshipman.
Aye. Wouldn't surprise me.
Okay.
Oh, and the person who isn't very good at dealing with these sorts of things.
A person.
Yeah, some guy losing his lunch while attempting to procure dinner.
I mean,
I assume that
butchering an animal isn't particularly easy.
No, it's
Also, everything else has looked like a goat up till now, and that is a cow.
not. Yes, and it sounded that way, although those I think might be piglets.
Yeah.
This might be quite early in the voyage.
It's quite strange to have quite so many animals on board.
It is rather.
That's not normal.
A bitter cold off the coast of Portugal. Yep, a large cow was slaughtered for its meat. At least we don't have to identify who, what and why for that one. But who are we off to see? Somebody over here. I see. What's going on here? Somebody being carried up the stairs. I mean, it's not like there isn't plenty else going on. Go on then, show us.
Well, same as the other fellow. Some lung disease, not consumption. Made worse by the cold.
Will it spread?
If so, we'd all have it. They must have picked it up at the Alaska house. I checked all hands just now, and everyone is healthy.
And him? What are his
Lascar House?
I gave him some laudanum. We'll see.
There was someone marked as being Indian.
Trying to remember what Lascar actually gives us there. But offhand I can't pull it out of my random memory. Okay, I think we can assume that he's the surgeon.
Yeah.
It's one of the senior officers. Presumably that makes you the surgeon's mate, since you've got your feet on his desk.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Okay, let's see if we can mark some of these up. So the surgeon.
Forward, there, forward, there.
Really? Were you one of the ones that fled?
Yeah, looks like it.
Very
Yep.
much does. Yep.
It doesn't seem too weird that the surgeon was smart enough to get the hell out when they could.
Very true. Who is this and why? How did they die? Well, we're not quite sure of that, but
They died of a disease.
yeah. They got,
I mean, there is something in the list just called expired.
this is true.
So, surgeon.
Okay, surgeon. We think you are the surgeon. And we think that you are the surgeon's mate. And I'm not even sure which of these. And we don't have enough identifiers for any of the others.
No.
We're still not sure who he is.
Who is the ill person? Did it give you much?
Not enough. Him, but
Okay, yeah.
oh, in fact, we can give him a fate.
Yes, we can.
There we go.
Illness. A tragic mystery illness at that.
Indeed. Somebody in the next room. Oh, somebody lying on the floor, in fact.
Well, that's hopeful.
Not even sure which deck the surgeon's room is on offhand, so let's follow the path. Ah,
Fair enough. This is a cursed ship.
it really is. Interesting. So the foreign contingents. Are you gambling? Yes, you're gambling. Okay. That's fine. You can gamble if you like.
I mean, there's not much to do on ship.
No, but at least two of them are speaking Russian.
Passengers are allowed to gamble.
Or at least a Cyrillic language. Whereas these two. So the one speaking to Syed was speaking an East Asian language by the lettering. Thanks. Super useful. Okay. So we have some vague notion of where they sit. We believe they're probably also dead of illness.
Yeah.
So we think they're Syed, because that's what they were referred to as. Is that even a person? Yes, there we are. Solomon Syed. We think died of illness. Yep. I thought about that for a second. Who else do we see down here? Who are you? J random C person.
We've already had
Alright.
something about them.
Let's have a shufty.
We've seen them. At
Oh, we
least.
have, haven't we?
Yeah.
They've shown up in a bunch of places. Who else is in hammocks just now? Yeah, you're a grumpy looking fella. We don't need anything much to do with you. Whose boots are these? We don't get to find out just yet. Interesting that the hammocks are tagged by number.
Yeah.
That could be something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Oh, in fact, 58. That would be consistent. That's useful to be aware of. And does the theory hold? How much is Syed in? 54. Yep,
Okay. That's useful.
that is useful. They're all gambling. They're all in their hammocks. Nothing much is going on around here. And yet, there's clearly... Oh no, there's the door. I was going to say, there's clearly more to do because the door isn't there, but it's turned up.
It was hiding.
It was right behind me.
Of course.
That's suggesting that we're making progress. I mean, it sort of feels like we're making progress-ish.
We're making progress on a couple of them.
Yeah. We're quite a way away from feeling like we're getting
Oh yeah.
very far. Yeah. There's just so much uncertainty in this list. And we still can't get down another level. Where have we unlocked more things to do then?
I'm assuming it needs to be down here somewhere.
I'm not convinced that it needs to be down here somewhere. I think it's entirely possible that we just have to amble around incessantly until we find it. Oh, here we are downstairs. Let's see what's in the downstairs spaces. Stuff.
Cargo down here, shouldn't there? Why was that giving you the compass there?
Oh, it did, didn't it?
Go back over. Turn. There.
Well spotted. Well, that's unfortunate. You're not supposed to drop them.
Okay, so there's an accident moving stuff in the ship. That's the guard
Yep,
that gets executed.
yep. That's
That's
yep.
the Indian that dies of illness.
Syed, yep.
Who's that?
I'm gonna find out last.
Okay. Nope, we've not seen him before.
Nope, I don't think we have.
I think we have seen that one though.
I think we have. It's in the firing squad.
But we've also seen him picked out before as well.
Yep.
Okay.
You barely even gotten clear of Silly before you started having problems. Okay.
That's why there was a gap.
Potentially, aye. It's very sad for them.
It is. So that's the
Let that be a lesson to you to not stow away on boats. Run, 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 run. Chasing you all that I can. Come on. Oh, there we are. That's quite an unfortunate death. Okay. That is a person. That is a person. That's side. Oh,
No,
that's
that's
the guy we just saw earlier.
Mhm.
That's the guy we just saw earlier as well, from the firing squad. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Well, we know how they died. They were crushed.
Yep. Crushed by cargo. But we don't know who they are. That's fine. Okay. So what else do we know? Not a fat lot, I suspect. We've seen you, we've seen you, we've seen you. There's the door.
Okay.
That'll do. Fair enough. We've seen all the things that there are to see for that chapter.
Definitely don't have enough to mark who everyone is, though.
Not by a long shot.
Ah!
What
It
are you
does
doing
look
there?
like a giant spider crab.
It does.
Oh my god, why would you take giant spider crabs for food? That's insane. Mostly because they can get loose! Christ!
Yep. This was a terrible plan and you should be ashamed of yourselves. You know, at least they're making some attempt to deal with that, but
I'm
goodness
gonna.
me.
Yeah, some. Although it's got nothing on its back at this point.
Well, it still has the appearance.
What's
You know, the central mass is still very obscured.
It's
It
weird.
is. Who is this and how did they die? They were speared by a terrible beast. We've used this pattern before. It's the same chapter as the rest of the places we've used that. So let's
That's
see where we
useful.
get to. And the door is open as a result. So we've successfully found all of the parts of Soldiers of the Sea.
Okay.
I still think that's a terrible thing to be hiding in your cargo hold.
Like, all I can think is that it's also there as a food source. But,
Aye, not convinced about the eating on one of those. Plenty of grog. Not sure why it's been bottled.
because it's bottles of rum and then you mix it with water from the casks.
Aha, yes. It is locked. That is a piece of corpse.
Yay!
Sounds like an amputation.
It's treatment of some kind.
Had never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself. Those ungodly beasts carry a curse. Throw them back or doom us all. Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Come on. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
Put them in the lazarette with the rest of those things. Well, ain't you a raging cunt? "20 years your steward, never a doubt of your sanity."
Interesting, isn't it?
Surgeon's mate. You've seen him. And then that's the surgeon standing over him with the doctor's bag.
Would you kindly let us see?
Look at the patient.
Yeah,
Nope, that's the...
there we go. Okay, yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah. Captain.
So, we know that one of the people involved in that kerfuffle is the captain's steward.
Yeah.
Unholy captives, which precedes the soldiers of the sea. How did they die? Botched amputation.
Expired?
Tempted for expired, I think, looking at that.
Died during surgery?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Nope. Definitely was not that. Interesting.
Claude?
No, because...
Mine's going as unknown.
Yep. Which is a little bit irritating. More stuff. Go on, give us more stuff. On our heads. On our heads.
I mean, isn't that exactly where you find the best clues? Okay, compass.
Come on. There we go.
It was giving us the compass.
Only barely.
Oh, knows.
I don't really want to have to run all the way down the deck. You're such a pain sometimes, James.
We're gonna make you run the length of the ship for no fucking reason. Because clearly you need the exercise.
Yep.
Virtually. Person.
Yep. Well, this looks like another fine mess.
Oofed. What?
Somebody with either some rigging or a net or something.
Yeah.
Has just smacked him in the back of the head. That's an unfortunate one.
Been an awful lot of unfortunates. Oh,
Mm.
okay. But what is in that net? Okay.
Can't even see from there. We'll have to run round. It's the biggest damn fish I ever saw.
It's what it looks like.
Almost looks more like a prawn.
They just keep loading up stuff that you shouldn't have.
Oh yeah. How did they die? We're not quite sure how to describe that.
Crushed by rigging?
Well, it's not really the
Beast?
rigging.
Well, it was a bit of wood that went into the back of his neck.
Aye, but being used for carrying something. Is it the beast? Is it cargo? Trixie. Let's call it a beast for the moment. Well, crushed by a terrible beast, and it wasn't the beast that crushed him.
Rigging, I think.
It's either cargo or rigging at this point.
I mean, it should be taken down into the cargo. I don't know.
It's not falling cargo.
I think rigging's the closest at the moment.
Let's chance our arm on rigging. See what we get. Somebody up the stairs. That would be fine if we could get anywhere near them. Thankfully that was close enough.
Yeah, we don't actually need to be close to them.
Don't mess us around too much, we know it's there. Thank you.
What's your foot in? Hey there, what's this? Give him to me and I can fry us a solid meal, boys. No, take it slow. What's it, gentlemen? There's a free shell here. Let's have a look. No, get back.
Shell of what?
Great sea creature. Okay, so you have some randomer to immediately recognise. Couple of seamen, yeah, couple of seamen porting.
Yep.
We've seen you kicking around a few times.
Seen most of these.
Yep.
Yep. It's the young lad that
Yep.
leaves on the boat.
How did they die? Not even sure how we would describe that he died.
I'm really confused.
Yep. Actually, he got struck in the face by the creature.
Ah, okay.
We can actually see that on this view rather better than we could before, so that's useful to know. That's upstairs and I have to go this way. Okay,
Okay, so is that spiked in the face by the creature?
I would probably go with spiked in the face.
Okay. Goodness. This voyage is just a nightmare from start to finish, isn't it?
It's all bad decisions the whole way there. Spiked by a terrible beast. Okay, let's go. It's a salutary lesson in not going on sea voyages, as far as I'm concerned.
Don't fish up weird monsters and keep them on board.
Aye. Don't piss off the spider crab people.
Or the Kraken might come for you.
Now, what happened to these two?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是虾米？不以来，全部供出来，拢是恁害啦！迄个害得较低人无保护，是人滚死的啦！伊头个包个 shell，very dangerous。
Shell? What shell?
What the?
What happened here? Oh,
For all the world, that looks like the underside of a massive trilobite.
and it's just spat spears out.
Yeah.
How very odd.
Captain.
Captain got injured. That's useful to know. That's the other guard,
The other
just
guard.
died.
And who's holding it?
It's one of the
Ah, right, yeah.
Steve Doors. They're not Steve Doors because they're on the boat, but
Yeah.
speared by a terrible beast.
No. Speared. That's speared by.
So that's what
Maybe,
that's
yeah.
what we've got for the other one,
Yeah, it's
for the ones in the
probably
later
better,
chapter that get the same behaviour.
Okay.
So at least if
It's consistent.
yeah, at least if it's consistent, we can find it easily to go back. You're going to tell me all about it. This is a deduction rating. Okay. You could try and work out who this person is, but you don't really.
This is not a wise one to start
yeah,
on.
you technically have enough information, but
But don't.
yeah,
Just don't.
lots of people lying down. They're
Yeah.
very lazy.
Goodness me, Phoebe's very noisy eating today.
She is. I'm glad she's nowhere near the mic.
Okay.
We have once again finished a part, and we're not really sure where that gets us to. Gee, thanks.
Ahoy! Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield! Hold your fire!
What on earth is going on here?
What is that?
Good question. He's one of the officers. That's a bit wrong. And he's just been shot. He's just been shot by the guard. How interesting.
Oh. Oh.
That's unfortunate. You should probably not allow Formosan royalty to die under your guard. That's his lady wife. Presumed to be his lady wife. Unrecognisable persons.
Another one of those creatures.
Deeply suspicious. We know what his fate was. He was shot. But we don't know the name of that guard. We don't know which of the
guards it is.
Yeah.
Like which of the
Yeah.
Oh no, we do.
We know it's 23, 24 or 25.
Yeah.
But we still haven't worked out which of those is which. It's a little bit irritating.
It is.
Where are you trying to have us go for this then?
Kinda have
Oh,
us
it is
look at
actually
the
it's the king.
Yeah.
It
Presumably.
may or may not actually be a king, but
That's what we're gonna go with for now.
yep. So where did he end up? Show us this corpse.
Oh, it's the one lying next to
Yep,
him.
conveniently they hold them all out of the boats. That's very good of you, thanks.
Goodness me. So they've managed to be attacked by a kraken, spider crabs, some other unknown sea monster, and got royalty killed.
Yep. Miss Lim.
Lim.
Let's go and deal with that right now. Before we forget again. You are Miss Lim. Which doesn't help us with dealing with which way
Nope.
around the other two are, but never mind that.
Okay.
Yep, so that's Nichols. That's the king.
That's another
So like,
mermaid?
yeah, 4-breasted? 6-breasted?
That's bizarre.
It's
Okay.
hugely bizarre. There's a couple of them in there, and
And
there's
the
her.
Miss Lim.
Yeah. She's quite clearly dead there, but it's unclear why.
Looks like
Actually-
her throat was slit.
Actually, at that angle, I suspect that's going to be decapitated.
Quite possibly. But I'm
'Cause
not
that-
sure it's...
Because that head's offset.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Coming next on Crime Scene Investigation. Who is this? How did they die? We're pretty sure they were murdered by a mermaid. But we don't know what their name is. I don't think they were...
No idea.
Well, they can't have been decapitated because they were in a position to speak.
Yeah.
And on the previous shot of them that we got from the previous memory, it looked like they had a puncture wound.
Okay.
But it's very unclear. We don't really have enough to gamble on. Now we can find out about Miss Lim, though.
Yeah, he's definitely not decapitated.
Yeah.
Looking at him. Okay. And it goes big, sweeping circles.
Yep. You got to spend your special effects budget somewhere. That does look rather more like she might be decapitated. Okay. Yep, so that's Miss Lim, we know that. What's this going on behind you?
Killer mermaid?
Killer mermaid?
I still don't know how she died.
From the positioning of said killer mermaid, I think the answer is killer mermaid to the head. Who is this here?
Okay.
Okay. We have a random assistant.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, I don't
think we've had
no,
them
I don't
yet.
think we've seen him before. I don't think we've seen him before either.
No.
Interesting.
Beast.
Yep. Yeah, because we still don't have any reason to believe that six-breasted mermaids are a foreign enemy. Go on then, who's our next one? You! Hardly any distance to watch at all.
You're still breathing? Can you roll? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
Okay. So one of the people
It's O'Hagan.
is O'Hagan. It's probably him.
Yeah, he's sitting there. It's the kitten. The Nichols shoot them. That.
No, I think he's already dead at that point.
Yeah. See over here then. Okay, so yeah, she's getting her throat ripped out.
Yep.
Can see if one of them's O'Hagan.
He's a plausible O'Hagan.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
one of them is going to be O'Hagan. Probably. It would make slightly more sense for it to be the guy who was falling out of the boat, because he would have been in better reach of that oar to row with. And I don't
Okay, so
think we're
that
even
one.
very sure how they died.
It kind of, from that, looks like they were taken down by the king.
No, because he's here. This is an awful mess of a scene.
It really is.
Keep rowing!
Where is it? There! Something there!
I see it!
Give us a weapon!
Shoot it! Naked eye! Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
Row for your lives! Oh, too late. You're already gonna die. Oofed. He has been speared by an enemy.
Yep. So, yeah, but both of them were the possible.
That's
Is that
Nichols.
Nichols.
Yep.
And that's the mermaid coming.
Yep.
It's that thing. The treasure that.
Yeah, the treasure is absolutely the thing
issue.
that's the problem. Oh, you're the gambling gunner's mate. Okay.
And the person behind him is tied up.
Yep.
He's restrained. the king is?
I think she's probably restrained as well.
Yeah, I think so. So they tried to abscond with the royalty and the treasure?
Yeah, I think that's probably the narrative there. Who is this and how did they die? They got speared in the neck by a terrible beast. And the next one. There's an awful lot of spearing in the neck.
Reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
休假，你玩耍不？
我冇问题，但是伊来想啊，绝对袂当互伊浪费水底。
那是遐个怪不出现，你绝对卖起来。
Aye, shut it up.
This is strange things about masters.
They knew what was coming.
Yep. So he got speared. The king probably just got the edge of it. We've seen all of you before, we just don't really have a better picture of anything at the moment, do we?
We know what they did.
Aye. We know what they did and who they annoyed by doing it.
Yeah, like why they're on the lifeboats.
Yeah. It does also explain why they're tied.
Yep. And also there can only have been 3 lifeboats on the Obra Dinn. Because the other one was you're not taking the last one.
Yeah.
When the other group left.
Yep. How did they die? They died by getting speared, the same as all of the others.
There's an awful lot of these have the same answer.
Yep.
Although I suppose their boats did get attacked by multiple giant sea monsters.
Aye. And that is our door back out.
Okay, so we'll get 2 more from there.
Yep. So I think we fetch up with much the same answers, unfortunately. We'll have a shufty later on.
But they end up back on board.
Yeah, to get if we want to replay any of the others, we have to go through her.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look and see what we know and what we've actually finished. Don't know who you were. And an unidentified stowaway, we don't care who they were, that's fine. 2 people died mysteriously plus a cow. Murder, more murder. It's the fate for him that's really annoying.
I mean, that could count as a foreign enemy.
From his point of view, sure,
Yeah.
sure, but not so much from the others. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Randomly shot. All of the people that just got murdered in the little boats. Even more people getting murdered on boats.
Lots of people being killed by animals.
Yep. Still missing a piece from the Doom chapter. That's interesting. I just don't know that we've got
Enough information.
I can't think that we're missing anything particularly obvious. I don't think we've been into these other rooms yet, so I'll check those correctly. Really nothing here at all. That's fine. Down the stairs. Is there anything interesting going on? Really isn't. We have access all the way down here. That's still locked. That's fair enough.
Is this the cargo hold now?
This is the cargo hold.
Okay.
This is the storeroom with the beast in it.
Yep. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
We've seen all three of those rooms. There's nothing else going on. Anchor bays. Person that got boxes dropped on his head. Part of the puzzle, of course, is that when it unlocks the room, it doesn't necessarily make it very obvious.
Oh yes, yes.
That's the carpenter's workroom again. We've seen that. That's the armory. We've seen that. That's fine. Upper floor. We've seen that one. That one's still locked. Kind of prefer it if there weren't still locked doors by this stage. What's in these? Just crew quarters. That's the one with the body in it. Nothing, that's nothing. Nothing very interesting. No, we've nothing of any significance up here.
Still haven't found who got killed in the ropes, have we?
Nope. I quite liked that they all manifest once we've found them, but it does clutter the place up a bit.
Oh no, it's
Untidy corpses.
how inconsiderate of them.
I know, right? Okay, so what do we know? Not a lot. Let's try and do a review of these, and then I think that we might call it there so that we can have some food and such like.
And also because this is now melting my brain at this point.
It is a little bit,
It is brain heavy.
yes, it's a very thinky game. Do we know anything interesting about any of these people? Not especially. We thought he was the gunner's mate, didn't we? But I can't
That's
remember.
not yeah, it's not a rank.
It's not a real thing.
Gunner's mate, yes it is, 15.
Oh yes. But we don't know who it was that shot him.
Nope.
And we still haven't been able to work out what the correct fate is for the executed guard.
Yeah.
Which is quite irritating. We do at least at this point have
Some
faces for almost everybody.
Yeah.
So you're Nichols. So who are you? You're one of the mates, but we can't tell which. Super helpful. So we've got one. Just trying to see if we've got any. Oh, actually, we do have two there. So we know that Nichols was shot by one of the two male Formosans. It's either 24 or 25.
Okay.
So speculatively, we can attempt to use. There we go. The fact that it was Predators for that, because we knew we had two of the others.
Yeah. Okay, so
But that means that we know that Tan is the name of the guard.
okay, so we can go and mark that one.
Yep. So that gives us more to go on there as well. It's nice not to lose that bit of state.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the list. Right, so the guard is Tan. Which means that you are Sia. But we're not quite sure what you technically died of.
No, not technically.
And we haven't yet had the confirmation of any of the speared by the beast, which would be useful if we
How
had.
many of them do we have?
We're 9 confirmed.
And how many unconfirmed at the moment that we've got filled in? Nope. So not
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
that. No, they're not fully. They're not all filled in. Some of those were unknown.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So we know something in one of those three is wrong.
Yep. The most likely one is that. But that hasn't given us it.
Yep.
Nope, the enemies are not giving us the ticks there.
Okay, yeah. I'd probably move them back to beast, to be honest.
I'm just trying to think. Tan. Oh, that's fine. Just Tan's the guard.
Mm-hmm.
He was still on the ship.
Ah, yes. Should it not be by beast rather than enemy?
Well, I thought I would set them to enemy and then set them both back to beast.
Fair.
No, it's still not playing ball.
Tan still is enemy.
Yeah, but Tan shouldn't matter if we'd got Lim and Sia, right? Because we've got the surgeon further up. Tricksy business.
It is.
Yeah, Speared versus Spiked is definitely one of the ones that's super unclear.
Yeah, it really
But
is.
Spiked is only by a beast, so it's
Well,
odd.
It's worth trying.
Yeah. Yeah. Still doesn't like that. I can't even remember for sure what happens to Tan, so let's go and look at Tan and check his memory. What happens to you, Sunshine? Memories, show memories on deck map. Yeah, so we can see him there. See him there. See him there. Yeah. Then we know he did that.
Yeah.
So which one? Yeah, so it's Unholy Captives. There's the point where we see that. Oh, okay, yes, he gets hit by the thing there. That's why he's tagged up as being speared or spiked.
I really don't like that those two options are there. It makes it very tricky to know
It
which
does.
they mean.
Yeah. Okay. However, I think that is probably going to have to be where we call an end to it for the time being. We are auto-saved, so that's fine. Close out.
Oh,
I was
okay.
looking for a close-out scene, but you don't have one.
No, not particularly. So we have a schedule for future streams down below. So just checking our profile page for that. And 6:45 we probably have Jackbox going on over on Eden's channel. I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure he will be streaming anyway. And we'll be back tomorrow or Tuesday. Good night. we not reading?